Hey guys, Josh at Simplified Church. Just wanted to put together a quick video to show you our September update to the bookkeeping portal. We're excited to release this update as it's been something I've wanted to have in the portal for actually several years now. So finally able to show you. One thing you'll notice right away as you log in, what we have for you is a dashboard metrics system. I tell you, as a pastor myself, these were numbers that I wanted to stay in front of on a regular basis. Now this is a demo account, so you'll notice the giving's a little weird. We really had some ups and downs, but that's just because we don't have deposits. In your account, you should see these a little more linear and regular, and hopefully going up to the right. Well, let me show you real quick kind of what we've got going on here. On the top portal here, this is your average giving amount by month so far this year. So as you'll see, January through December. And over here, you've got your total attendance for the year. And what this is pulling is an average of the attendance figures that you're adding in. And I'll show you where we're getting some of these information. Down here, we have some just average ideas to look at. So you've got your average gift size, which is the based on all your donations so far, average gift that's coming to the church, your average attendance last month, your average child attendance last month, and then the number of visitors you had last month. So this will kind of give you an idea to be able to see your attendance numbers as averages, whereas you'll see these more as totals in the graph. You also see we added in here two other numbers. You can track your salvations for the year and your baptisms for the year. One thing I would love to be able to do is show these numbers network-wide of all the churches we're proud to partner with, so that we can all kind of celebrate and rejoice together in what we're doing for our communities, reaching people for the Lord. So down here, you also notice a couple other little graphs. These will work out your giving per capita giving, and then your giving per unit. Basically, these are the gift numbers based on your total attendance, which is a number to watch. Hit or miss kind of on what people say on that tracking, but that'll give you a good idea of what your church is giving based on the number of people that are attending. Then the other one is that you're giving per unit. So this is a number that will be of the actual people that actually gave in your church. This will give you the number to kind of give size. And we'll put out some information on where's a healthy average, where do you want to be, where do you want to see, where should you be concerned about, things like that. But it's going to be different for every church based on your demographic, your location, urban churches versus suburban churches, things like that. It's just going to be all across the board. And now church age as well will make a difference. Some of your younger churches that have newer Christians that aren't as seasoned to giving or understanding kind of what that is from a biblical standpoint, newer Christians, you might be a little lower, whereas a more established church that has more traditional generational people, families coming to the church, you might see it a little larger. So all things we can help you kind of understand where good metrics would be on that. So let me show you real quick where we are getting these numbers from. The giving totals are actually coming from your transactions. They're actually coming when you enter a deposit. So you'll see that's why some of these are low, we just don't have deposits out. And I'll go ahead and make one, and I'll show you the change here. So if I add a deposit, and we'll go ahead and make this for July, you'll see it's 0 here. But much like you would add another deposit, I'll go ahead and move that date back. And we'll make it for the 16th of July, just to make sure we get it right in the middle. We'll say that was a $1,000 deposit. And hit next as you would normally as you've entered deposits up till now. And then as the next screen comes up, we can then break down this deposit by giver. And this will also help us to get that giving per unit number. This is going to skew because I'm going to go fast and only give it 2 contributors. This was a general income gift, and she gave $500. And then we'll go down and add the next person. Again, this is not what you would want to do for your church. You'd want to actually get it for the actual people and the actual numbers. But just for demonstration purposes, we'll submit that deposit. If I go back to my dashboard now, you can see I've got my $1,000 gift now in July. As you remember, that was 0 just a second ago. So getting a little better as this will trend up. These numbers actually pull dynamically to give you the range based on where you're at. for them. So the other thing we need to work on is the total attendance. Where are we getting those numbers from? So if we come over here, you'll notice you have a new menu item called metrics, and we'll work on the names just to kind of make this a little more user friendly. But we'll go ahead and add one back. We'll go ahead and let's go back to July. Same time frame in July, that 16th Sunday. We had, let's just say we had 195 people. Children's attendance was 65, and no baptisms, no salvations, and I'll say 2 first-time visitors back then. So we save that, and it'll go here into the listings. What we're most primarily concerned with now is over here. You can also notice here July, that 195 number now shows. So we're tracking those things. If there are numbers that you know of that you like to track that we're missing, please let us know. We try to be as general as possible to meet the needs of all of the different types of denominations, the different pastors we're seeing. But if there's a healthy number that you like to track or that you think would be helpful across our entire network of churches, please let us know. Get in touch with me, and we'd be happy to add it. So in this update was also a few fixes for the roles and permissions. You won't necessarily see an immediate change on that as you log in today or recently, but what that will allow us to do is single out more of these items by user. For instance, if you wanted somebody to be able to do transactions, payees, budget, but not see contributors, we'd be able to turn that off a little easier. That's always been available. We've just singled everything out a little bit better. So we have to go through and kind of update every user based on the permissions they're supposed to have, and your account manager will work with you on a plan for that. So I hope those are some cool updates. I hope that you enjoy using the portal, and those are beneficial for your ministry. Just to give a couple things on what's coming next for updates to the portal. In October, we are working to launch a big update, which will significantly make the contributors in the donor management section a lot easier to use, primarily for creating your donor statements and end of the year gifts. We're kind of preparing as we go into the fourth quarter of 2017 here. We are preparing for that end of the year and trying to make that, as you can imagine, or it gets pretty busy around here in the number of churches we serve. But we're trying to put some things in place to make that as streamlined as possible. It'll also help you. A couple things we're putting in to play is the better ability to view your contributors and search them, but also one big piece is we'll put the ability to email your donor statements out. I hope that'll save you some money, save some time and simplicity on everything when the donor statements come around. So stay tuned, keep an eye out for that coming into October. Also, another update we're super excited about, and this will be huge, but we are getting ready to add an online giving tool in the portal. What does that mean for you? Well, it will be a way that you can set up an account to accept online donations, and those online donations will go straight into your portal for your church. So we will give you the code you need to put on your website, and we will manage everything from getting that credit card information and everything from your donor, so that simply and easily they can give to your church electronically, and that information will go directly into your portal. Now, that's not saying you can't use another third party for a donor, but really to make things simple, we want to make that available to you, so that if you are a partner with us as Simplified Church Bookkeeping, and we're helping your church manage, we want to make that process even a little more easy to manage, and get those gifts directly into the portal, so there's not an additional data entry piece when those gifts come in through an online gift. So stay tuned for that. It is actually very far along. We're hoping to launch that probably mid-October 2017. So stay tuned. Again, I'm Josh, Simplified Church. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to email me, josh@simplifiedchurch.com. If you want to know how your church can partner with us, get in touch with us, josh@simplifiedchurch.com. I'd love to chat with you and learn more about your ministry.